The true extent of death and destruction in Sikkim is only now coming to light. A cloudburst over the south Lhonak Lake resulted in a flash flood that poured into the Teesta 3 dam and caused havoc downstream. According to Reuters, the death toll has climbed to 40. Over 25 people are still missing. The flash floods have caused massive destruction in North Sikkim. The swollen Teesta River has submerged most of the nearby towns, not just towns. Sikkim's biggest hydropower project, the Teesta 3 dam, has been washed away as well. It was built at a cost of over 14,000 crore rupees just 6 years ago. Teesta 4 and Teesta 6 hydropower stations have also been impacted by the flash floods and have had to be shut down. Roads and bridges have been destroyed. The centre has approved 45 crore rupees as immediate relief to the battered state. And as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, incessant rains are hampering search and rescue operations in North Sikkim. There are over 3,000 tourists who are stuck in those areas. They are safe, but rescuing them has become very difficult. That is because army helicopters are not being able to land to rescue them and evacuate them because of the rains. Making things worse, National Highway 10 that connects Sikkim to the rest of India has been washed away. Just take a look at the pictures. And as you take a look at these pictures, I think the ferocity of what has happened on 3rd and 4th is really coming to light. What exactly happened is now clear. A cloudburst over the lake, the Lhonak Lake, caused a burst and poured water into the Chungthang dam, which is built over the Teesta River. The flood water barriers of the dam were broken as huge amounts of water entered the dam suddenly, destroying it. The water, along with parts of the dam, went downstream and destroyed towns and villages. Those are the pictures that you're seeing. The visuals of devastation are telling us just how fierce these flash floods were. Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang is saying that substandard construction is the reason behind the breaching of the dam. Meanwhile, continued efforts are on to dig out submerged vehicles under the sludge. This as Sikkim continues to count the cost of damages, which will be cleared only in a week from now, because right now the focus is on relief and rescue operations. And these are the men and women who are helping save lives in Sikkim. Just take a look at these pictures. This gentleman is from the NDRF in waters, almost, diving into the waters to try and see if there are people stuck and if they need any sort of help. These rescue teams are working tirelessly day and night to save lives. But as I said, incessant rain making search and rescue operations very, very tough. Question is, and there are many questions, what happened in Sikkim on the night of October 3rd, 4th? Could it be averted? Is this disaster man-made? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. North Sikkim's glacial lake, which is also the epicenter of the massive flash flood, witnessed a significant growth in its size in the past decades because of glacial retreat, which therefore increased the chance of the glacial lake breaching, bursting. In fact, an international study had predicted that the lake will burst sometime in the future. Researchers had warned about this 2 years ago. That install an early warning system because the lake is going to be breached. Yes, there were warning signs that it will burst and significantly impact the downstream region, and that is exactly what has happened on October 3rd. The glacial lake had been bursting at the seams after more than tripling in size in less than 3 decades. The Lhonak Lake was always a potential risk, but the signs were ignored by everyone, by government, by authorities as well. Not just that, CAG, the Auditor General's Office, had been constantly warning about this 1200 megawatt dam, which is the Teesta Stage 3 hydropower project at Chungthang. All the CAG reports consistently over the years were ignored. The commercial operations of the dam began in 2017, and the CAG had flagged its shoddy planning right from the beginning. And that is exactly what has happened. The dam was breached within minutes when the glacial lake spilled over. Meanwhile, scientists and researchers say that a greater danger actually awaits us. This is not the end. This could be the beginning. It's an indication that lives of about 30 lakh Indians living in vulnerable areas of 6 Himalayan states and union territories, let me list them out for you: Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh. They could see similar tragedies in the future as well. Let us get a quick assessment of what is happening in Sikkim as we speak. Amit Patro is the editor of Sikkim Express. He's joining us on the broadcast. Amit, could you first things first tell us what the situation on the ground in North Sikkim is? Where does the death toll stand? How many people still missing?
It's a very catastrophic disaster that Sikkim is facing right now. And as of today, the death toll has risen to 26, 142 still missing, and 1173 houses are severely damaged, and around 2,400 people are rescued till date. All the bridges from downstream to Teesta Stage 5 hydropower station have been submerged or washed away. In North Sikkim, it's 7 bridges that have been washed away. It's totally disconnected, and the situation is very bad. I guess there's no electricity, no power, no telephone connection, nothing.
And Amit, I believe in North Sikkim, just above Chungthang, there are about 3,000 tourists who are still stranded. They are safe, but still stranded there.
Yeah, they're still stranded there, and there's a lot of anguish and panic among them and among other people, and a lot of travel. But the army, the local authorities, the police officers, they have been put there in the relief camps by them, and but from tomorrow, I think the airlifting is they are about to start the airlifting process.
Okay, Amit, what's the weather condition in Sikkim? Because earlier I was speaking to people in Sikkim. They told me that there are incessant rains that are hampering relief and rescue operations in North Sikkim. Does that incessant rain still continue? Because if it does, then tomorrow's evacuation operations will be hampered as well.
No, the weather conditions still yesterday there were heavy rains till yesterday. From today, it has become slightly better. So I guess tomorrow, if tomorrow the weather is okay, then they will be able to be airlifted. They will be able to airlift.
And the lifeline. And the lifeline of Sikkim, National Highway 10, connects Sikkim to the rest of the country. That, I believe, has been completely washed away. Could you tell us what the impact of that will be on Sikkim as far as prices of fuel, vegetables, milk, etc. is concerned?
The National Highway NH10 is completely washed away, especially in areas of Malli, and I think it will take a lot of time to rebuild it again. So right now they are using an alternative route via Lava, Kalimpong to Siliguri. And the prices of, obviously, the whole entire economy depends on tourism. So we won't see tourism happening for another couple of months. And the price of essential commodities is really going to rise. And it's not only about the price rise. Even the availability of essential commodities will be an issue, because everything in Sikkim comes from Siliguri, the nearest state, West Bengal.
My last question, I don't have too much time, but is it your sense as a journalist who works in Sikkim that the tragedy unfolding in front of our eyes right now is man-made? That scientists had been warning about this for years and years, and yet all warnings were ignored?
No, some questions do arise in my mind, because the warnings was always there. Like one question is like, why was the project designed with PMF at 7,000 cubics when studies have shown a probable GLO of more than 12,000 cubics? And second, why was CFRD dam built instead of RCC gravity dam? And if the construction would have been done better, I guess the threat, this catastrophic disaster could have been avoided.
Okay, Amit, we'll leave it there. This was supposed to be the unbreakable dam built at a cost of 14,000 crore rupees. It broke just within 6 years. Amit, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for getting us that very important update from the state of Sikkim. There's not too much information that is filtering in because obviously internet connection is not stable, especially in the northern parts of Sikkim. Telephone lines are down as well for obvious reasons. So thank you very much for getting us a clear picture of what's happening in Sikkim right now. Thank you very much, Amit.